Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's scrimmage here in Union. Thank you so much for joining us as the Pope John Junior Lions on a touchdown pass from Matthew Staub to Jared Hawthorne, 10 yards out. It's giving the Lions a 6-0 lead. Pope John now in the second half will look to add to that and try and capture a win in this only scrimmage here before the season starts in earnest next Sunday afternoon at Pope John High School. Opponent and time will be announced by Pop Warner later in the week. Let's go over the roster, or what we have of the roster so far. 88, Nick Peterson. 96, James Bortnick. And also practicing with the team, number 24, Gavin Alston. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13 under squad in the second season is Coach Matt Emmering. Assistant coaches Jared Cofrancesco, Nick Colson, Gene Emmering, Rich Jessamaria, and Dan Lambreglia. Athletic trainer Gerard Graziano. Team manager is Kathy Jessamaria. The Junior Lions athletic director Brian Carlson. Varsity head coach Dom Gaston. League president Chris Barranco, and the VP is Dave Diarco. Kick down the field to number 5 for Montclair at the 32 as we start the second half. Pope John will now be on defense. Lions in their blue jerseys and white pants with blue socks. Gold and white numbers with blue and gold trim. And the golden domes, the golden helmets with the blue lion on both sides. For Montclair, white helmets with black jerseys and blue pants. And they're going right to left on your screen. The start from the 35. Montclair with the ball to start this second half. Waiting for Montclair to come out of the huddle. Start things up here for the second half. From the 35-yard line. Here's a snap and a flag on the play. False start. And it's going to be against the Bulldogs. And so that'll go back 5.
Earlier and be more dramatic about it.
Move the ball back to the 30. First and 15. Here's a snap. Number 5 rolls back. Cofrancesco after him along with Jessamaria. And Jessamaria ties him up and brings him down. Jake Jessamaria with the sack on the play. Assisted by Jude Cofrancesco, number 96, who is in on the tackle. Well, that'll push Montclair back to the 20-yard line. So, Jessamaria with the sack. And Pope John asserting their defensive prowess early here in this third quarter.
Quarters no press, quarters no press.
Oh, Montclair in the huddle. It's be second and long for the Bulldogs. Remember, they were pushed back 5 yards because of a penalty, and then the sack by Jessamaria. Here's the snap, number 5. Fakes a handoff, being chased down by the Pope John defense. Number 33 with the tackle, and the ball came out, but it was as he hit the turf. So 33, and I don't have that on the roster here today, but a good tackle by the Pope John defense. Only a 2-yard gain for Montclair there. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. We got an injury timeout as Pope John taking a knee. Now to back up. We'll start action up again. We have a timeout on the field. I think we're going to take a water break as the sun really is beating down here. It has gotten hotter and hotter as we went into early afternoon. So we're going to take a break. 3rd quarter here in this scrimmage from Rapkin Park in Union, New Jersey. It's Pope John 6 and Montclair no score. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey, where Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game. It's a scrimmage here. It's the only one of the preseason, and the Lions chomping at the bit to get started for the regular season. That will be next Sunday at Pope John High School. For now, the Lions lead 6-0 over the Montclair Bulldogs. It's 3rd and long for Montclair from their own 22. Bulldogs in the huddle. Regarding the schedule for the season, from what I heard, the Lions are going to have 2 home games and then 5 on the road. So get an opportunity to come see them at Pope John High School, do so. And do so next weekend. Maybe one of your only chances. Otherwise, you have to join us on the road. But we'll have it covered for you nonetheless if you can get out to the game or see it here on Facebook Live. Here's Montclair rolling back, number 5, cutting through the defense and brought down in the backfield. A sack for Pope John. We're going to see who got that. That was number 13, Bobby DeJesus. DeJesus with the sack. Big defensive play, and that brings up 4th down. So newcomer Bobby DeJesus, who last year was with Lenape Valley in the middle school, he was playing as the goaltender for lacrosse against the Pope John Junior Lions, and now he has joined the Lions and makes a big play there on that sack, making his presence felt from day one.
Even more. Evan, off.
4th and long. Here's the snap. Hand off to number 4, trying to turn the corner. Brzezinski tackles him up. Wraps him up around the knees and the legs and brings down number 4. Big hand slap by Brzezinski and a turnover on downs. Number 4 is down. He's injured, so we're going to take an injury timeout. 3rd quarter, and we'll be back to Rapkin Field right after this. Welcome back to Rapkin Field in New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football. Number 4 from Montclair was tackled and a turnover of downs. He was down on the turf with an injury, but is back on his feet and he's walking off under his own power, which that's good to see. So when we return to action, it will be Pope John with the ball, leading 6-0. Seeing if the Lions can add to that score. Offense comes back on the field for Pope John. Actually, we'll spot the ball at the 17-yard line of Montclair. Lone touchdown today. A 10-yard pass from Matthew Staub to Jared Hawthorne. And a point after touchdown missed. And I'm sure the kicking game will improve as the season goes on, but you really see how important last year a man like Seamus Corcoran was for the 13U squad. It was hitting field goal and extra points all over the place for 13U. So, and I know that the coaching staff of Pope John will work with the kicking game to try and replicate that success as the season goes on.
Nick, you're off, right?
Staub in the shotgun. He's worked from there exclusively today. He's got Jess Maria as the lone back. Movement on the line. Looks to be against Montclair. We'll see if the referees confirm that.
Hey, same on one.
They do confirm it. 5-yard penalty against Montclair. And now we start from the 13-yard line.
Make sure you're off.
1st and 10 from the Montclair 13. Stop. Hands off to Jess Maria to the right. Takes a hit. Goes down at about the 8. A 4-yard gain make it 5 for Jess Maria. 2nd and 5 as the Lions are firmly in the red zone. Looking to break across the plane one more time for another 6 points. Pope John in huddle.
Let's go. Good push here, boys.
Well, actually, with the penalty yardage, we're going to make this a 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff to Jess Maria from Staub to the near sideline. And Jess Maria down at about the 3-yard line. So, good run by Jake. Pope John with the first down. And the Lions threatening here in this 3rd quarter. 1st and goal from the 3. And I think that's the end of the quarter. So we'll move 90 yards down the field. We'll see if my legs can carry me to the end of the field at the other end. Or if they can, I don't think they're going to keep it down. I think they're going to walk all the way. So, end of 3. Pope John leads Montclair 6-0. We'll be back right after this.
Let's go Bravo right here. Bravo right here on 2. Listen to me. Again, Bravo right on 2. Camera. What's up, camera?
What's up, guys?
Camera. Down here. Hey, remember where we're at? Come on, everybody. Bring everything.
It's a long walk. October wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, you're right. I remember last year we were playing, I think we were playing Jackie Robinson here.
Yeah.
You were giving a background on the whole thing. It was nice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You did a great job.
You know, I was wondering if anybody was listening to that
I
story.
was listening, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It was interesting.
I loved the history behind all this and everything. And so, I was wondering if it's like, did I just say that and nobody paid attention?
No, I paid attention.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Made my day. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's scrimmage as we start the 4th quarter. We made it down to the 3-yard line on the other side of the field. Just as we're about to start action and they're flying on the play. Cooler conditions and maybe younger legs would have gotten me down here sooner, but we made it. But a false start on the Lions, and that's going to push it back to the 8. So, first and goal again after the 5-yard penalty. Staub in the shotgun. Hands off to Lucas Rosinski, and he's met right in the backfield by number 5. And he ties Rosinski up before the cavalry can come in for the Bulldogs and bring Rosinski down. So, loss of yardage for Pope John. It's going to bring up 2nd and long. They're going to mark the ball at the 15-yard line for the Pope John Lions. All right, Pope John to the line. 2nd and goal to go. Penalties and a loss of yardage has moved the line of scrimmage from the 3 to the 15. Staub in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Fires, intercepted by number 22 from Montclair. And he's off to the races. Can Staub catch him? Staub after him, and he does bring him down. But a huge interception for Montclair. And that has turned the tide of this scrimmage. The Bulldogs now close to, if not in, the red zone. And they are threatening to score. Travel all the way down the field. We'll see where the spot is. That's why in football you never take anything for granted. Pope John controlling the entire game in one play. One play turns this game upside down.
Hey, who's got game ball?
So an interception across the middle by Staub to number 22 of the defensive unit from Montclair. And now the Bulldogs can tie the game with a touchdown, and an extra point can put them ahead. It's just outside the red zone, marked at the 23-yard line. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Pope John 6, Montclair no score, but the Bulldogs with the ball looking to tie the score. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, tell your ass off. You talk right now. Give the offense a chance to win this thing. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey. Pope John, Junior Lion 13 under football. I want to thank Dave Arminger, one of the parents from Aiden Arminger, who used to play for 13U here at Pope John last year. He's playing on a hockey team, Skylands Kings, which my son Michael plays with. He's trying to get updates, the score from that game, their first game in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania today. And they came back from a 3-1 deficit to win 4-3 in overtime, the Kings did. So it's good to be a King, and they get their first win of the season. So thanks for that update. I definitely appreciate it. It'll make the ride home that much sweeter. But even better will be if the Lions can lock up this win against the Montclair Bulldogs. Up 6-0, but the Bulldogs now threatening at the 23-yard line. And you can see how quickly a game can change on one play, one single play. Pope John dominating the entire game, and Staub with a pass across the middle. A great interception by number 22 from Montclair. And if it wasn't for Staub, he would have gotten to the house, would have tied up this score. But Staub getting back to make the tackle. And now Montclair 23 yards away from tying this game. 1st and 10 from the Pope John 23. Number 5 under center, I formation. Here's the snap. Rolls to his left. Towards the far sideline, trying to break the corner. Can't do so. Big tackle by Dylan Cocasiello, number 27 for Pope John. And that's just another play that Cocasiello has come up huge on today. Ball spotted now at the 17-yard line. So a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Come on, defense!
2nd and 4 for Montclair.
Evan, probably same thing coming this way.
Here's the snap. 5. Hands off to 4. Met the backfield. By the Pope John defense. That's Cocasiello again. Dylan Cocasiello coming up huge for the Pope John defense. Second play in a row. And this time drops number 4 for a loss. So third down. Montclair has to get to the 13-yard line of Pope John.
Anything for the love of football.
You thought you were watching a scrimmage. You are. It's not being played like one. It's being played like a regular season game. Hand off to number 4 towards the far sideline. Can he break past? He does. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Montclair. Number 4 with the rush from the 21-yard line. A 21-yard rushing touchdown by number 4 into the far corner of the end zone. We are tied at 6. So now an ever crucial point after touchdown. And we'll see what happens with Montclair. Do they run or pass for it? Do they try and kick it? 1 point will give them the lead, however. So Montclair able to take advantage of that interception. The Lions at one point in time had the ball on the Montclair 3. A penalty pushed them back, a loss of yardage, and an interception by number 22 brings it all the way down the field to the 23 of the Lions. And 3 plays later, number 4 runs it in from 21 yards out. 6-6, Montclair and Pope John. Well, there is a flag on the play. I don't think it's going to reverse the touchdown if that's what you're thinking. So if it does, I'll be shocked. I think it came after the touchdown. We'll see. Referee picks up the flag. 2 officials for Pop Warner standing at 3 and 4 yard lines, respectively. Waiting to see what the ruling is.
Hey, sir, ball play.
Everybody wants to. That's all whatever it is. Huh? No more than stop. You said it right. She's your mom. You got to play?
All right, so it looks like Montclair is going to go for the traditional runner pass for the point after touchdown. Remember, Pop Warner rules: 1 point for a runner pass, 2 for a kick. Big play in the scrimmage. Tied at 6. This can give Montclair the lead. Number 5 under center, I formation. Here's the snap. He'll keep it. Number 5, met in the backfield. Jessamaria brings him down. Jake Jessamaria with the tackle on the quarterback. As he tried to fake around, Jessamaria couldn't do so. Jake stayed right with him, and that prevents the point after. So we are tied at 6, heading towards the 4th quarter. Not there yet, but almost. Pope John Lions and the Montclair Bulldogs. Kickoff from Montclair to Pope John. Actually, my mistake. It is 6-6. There's no. Remember, we had a traverse all the way down the sideline before. That's because of the end of the quarter. It's not on the scoreboard. I'm not paying attention, so my apologies. It's 4th quarter now, so 4th quarter in this game, and so Pope John and Montclair tied at 6. So time running down here. We'll see if the Lions can break this tie. Big defensive play by Jessamaria to keep the game tied. And Montclair will kick off from the 35. Or 40, say 40. Again, game number 1 for the 13 and under Pope John Lions will be next Sunday at Pope John High School. We'll find out the opponent and the time of the game later in the week by Pop Warner. Number 17 setting up for the kick. Here it comes. Down the field to about the 35. Bounces past number 84. Jess Maria has to fall on it to make sure Montclair doesn't recover. So the Lions at the 38-yard line will start offense, trying to get this game untied.
That's what we need. Hey, high tempo, high tempo.
We set up from the 38-yard line.
Let's go on the ball. You do not have to
Making it 39. First and 10, Pope John.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's drive forward.
Flag on the play. I think they're going to call Pope John for too many men on the field. That's exactly what they call. 12 men on the field by Pope John, and they'll move the possession back 5 yards. So first and 15 for the Lions. We'll start up from the 34 of Pope John. First and 15. We are tied at 6 here in this fourth quarter between Pope John and Montclair. Staub in the shotgun. Hands off to Jess Marie. Cuts left towards the sideline. And he's brought down by number 0 as he fumbles the ball, but he was already on the turf. So the ball rolls innocently out of bounds. And Jess Maria able to gain positive yardage there down to about the 46-yard line. Marked at the 47. Second and 2. 13-yard gainer for Jess Maria. Staub in the shotgun. Hands off to Jess Maria again. There's Jacob, the far sideline. He's got the first down and then some. To the 35, the 30, the 25. And is brought out of bounds inside the red zone. Good rush by Jess Maria. Getting into the red zone. They're going to spot the ball at the 15-yard line. So the Lions on the move. So Pope John, the table's set. Stepping up to the plate. Let's see if they can have dinner. Staub in the shotgun. Jess Maria in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hand off to Jess Maria to the left. Trying to get around the tackle there. Can't do so. The defensive tackle for Montclair, number 12, wraps up Jess Maria, and that will bring up 2nd and 12. We're in the fourth quarter here at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. It is the Pope John Lions 6, the Montclair Bulldogs 6. Pope John inside the red zone looking for the go-ahead score. Again, you're asking if this is a scrimmage or a game. Well, technically it's a scrimmage, but the way they're playing this out, it's like a regular season. Here's the handoff to Rosinski to the right. He's to the 5 and over the 5-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. First down, Pope John, They are knocking on the door. Tell you what, you tuned in for a scrimmage. You got an exciting ball game here today. Late stages of the fourth quarter. Pope John 6, Montclair 6. We're going to take a timeout here. We are towards the end of this game. Late in the fourth quarter. Pope John has the ball at the 5-yard line. Maybe at the 4. We'll go ahead and write the 4.5. Most likely, if Pope John is able to break through here, they will win this scrimmage. First and goal to go. Ball spotted at the 4.5-yard line. Staub in the shotgun. Jessamaria in the backfield. Here's the snap. Staub with the hand up to Jessamaria. Turns the corner. Number 5 wraps him up. Drops him for a loss at the 8-yard line. Pope John hurrying to the line as the seconds tick down. Can he get another playoff? Stop barking out the signals. Here's a snap. Stop. Back to pass. Fires towards the sideline. Incomplete. The pass intended for number 33 for Pope John. It is incomplete. I believe the referee said 25 seconds, so. Third down, goal to go. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line.
Hey, stop, you gotta go quick here, 40 seconds.
Okay, 40 seconds is what I'm hearing from Coach Emmering, so 25 seconds, 25. It is 25 seconds, so. Staub in the shotgun, Rosinski in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hand out to Rosinski to the left, to the middle, trying to cut through. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. And so now, timeout on the field by Pope John. This will bring up 4th and goal to go. And now the team heading back to the huddle to discuss last-minute instructions with Coach Emmering. We're below 25 seconds. This most likely will be the last play of the game. It's 4th down, goal to go from the 4-yard line. We'll stay with you. We're tied at 6.
No mistakes, guys. No mistakes.
The Lions walk out to the line. 4th and goal to go. We are tied at 6. Pope John up to the line. Staub in the shotgun. Jessamaria in the backfield. Here's the snap. Staub looks, fires to the end zone. Incomplete. Off the chest of Vincenzo Ciliberti. And a turnover on downs. And so most likely this will be the end of the game. So pass was there, just bounced off Ciliberti. And what are you going to do? So turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for Montclair. Seconds to go. Pope John coming this close to winning. Keep in mind, though, it's a scrimmage, and they will have their opportunities as the season goes on. And you got to keep in mind, too, with the scrimmage, you had that one play in the second quarter where I think it was Ciliberti went ahead and recovered the fumble, and they still gave the ball back over to Montclair because it's a scrimmage. So keep that in mind as we go. First and 10 from Montclair. Now, it could have a takeaway. Pope John can find a way into the end zone, so the game's not over. Montclair still has to run this play. They're at their own 4. We'll see if Montclair just takes a knee. And that's what they do. So, Montclair Bulldogs take a knee. That'll wind down the clock. And your final score of this scrimmage will be the Pope John Lions 6, the Montclair Bulldogs 6. Opportunistic play by Montclair getting it back into this game, but the Lions making sure to point after touchdown that they denied Montclair a possible victory. The Lions threatened late in the game, but can't convert. And again, this is a scrimmage, and other opportunities for Montclair and Pope John. They could have easily got ahead and scored another touchdown in this game. They could have had that kickoff that should have gone over to their possession, but it's a scrimmage, and we'll take it as such. We'll move on to the regular season. That starts next Sunday at Pope John High School. Opponent and time will be determined by Pop Warner later in the week. For everyone here at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey, this is Mike Formisano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again, Pope John Lions 6, the Montclair Bulldogs 6. Have a good week, everyone, and we'll see you next Sunday for the start of the regular season for the Pope John Lions.